Blazing Saddles didn't just break the rules of comedy. It took those rules, set them on fire, and rode them straight through a movie set wall into a different film entirely. So, grab your beans, prepare for some uncomfortable truths, and remember, in 1974, comedy had a different set of rules, and Mel Brooks broke every single one of them. Let's ride. Fact number 1. Richard Pryor's Ghost in the Machine.
No, you mustn't go. I need you. I never met nobody like you. I can't live without you. Du hast gemacht mein entire Leben.
Please, you're making the journey.
Before we talk about who was in Blazing Saddles, let's talk about who wasn't, but should have been. Richard Pryor didn't just contribute to the script, he was the script. Every sharp edge, every dangerous joke, every line that made executives sweat. That was Pryor. Mel Brooks wanted him for the lead role of Sheriff Bart. Not just wanted, needed. Pryor understood the material in his bones because he helped create it. But Warner Brothers saw a liability. Drug problems, controversial stand-up, unpredictable behavior. They said no. Cleavon Little got the role and absolutely owned it. But listen closely to the rhythm of the dialogue, the way certain jokes land like punches. That's Pryor's voice echoing through every scene. He never wore the badge, but Blazing Saddles was his movie, from the first word to the last frame. Fact number 2. The campfire that changed cinema.
Champagne, mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all.
That sound you just heard? That's the moment American cinema changed forever. The first mainstream fart joke in movie history. When test audiences saw this scene, the first 20 seconds were dead silent. Then one person laughed, then another. Within seconds, the entire theater was in hysterics. People were crying, falling out of their seats, unable to breathe. The studio wanted it cut. The censors called it vulgar. But that one scene gave audiences permission to laugh at everything that followed. It broke the spell of propriety and said, "Nothing is sacred here." Fact number 3. The actor who collapsed on day 1.
Won't you excuse me for a moment while I slip into something a little bit more comfortable?
Bitte.
Day 1 of filming, first scene. The cameras roll on Gig Young, the Oscar-winning actor playing the Waco Kid. He's supposed to be drunk in the scene, but his hands are shaking for real. His voice cracks. Then, mid-take, he collapses. This wasn't method acting. Gig Young was going through severe alcohol withdrawal. Within hours, he was removed from the production and hospitalized. The film almost died on its first day. Mel Brooks made one phone call to Gene Wilder. "Can you be here tomorrow?" No script reading, no preparation. Wilder flew in overnight, jet-lagged and exhausted, and became the Waco Kid. He played it completely straight, a broken gunslinger in a comedy apocalypse. Fact number 4. John Wayne's secret blessing.
Going to run all day. I'll wager my money on the bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay.
Here's the ultimate irony. John Wayne, the symbol of classic Hollywood westerns, was offered a role in the movie that destroyed westerns forever. Mel Brooks wanted him to play himself in the chaotic finale. Wayne read one page of the script and walked into Brooks's office. "I love it," he said, "but I can't do it. My fans would never forgive me." Then he added, "But I'll be first in line to see it." Opening night, there was John Wayne, watching cowboys get destroyed by meta humor and loving every second. The king of westerns gave his blessing to the film that burned the kingdom down. Fact number 5. The horse that got punched. That scene where Mongo punches a horse? No special effects, no camera tricks. A real stuntman really hit a real horse, and it went down in one take. Today, you'd be arrested. Back then, they called it Tuesday. The horse was trained, the angle was perfect, and somehow they got away with it. Brooks said it was so outrageous, it became a dare. Let's see what else we can get away with. That philosophy drove the entire film. Fact number 6. Slim Pickens never knew. It was a comedy.
Sauerkraut in my hands. By morning he will be my slave.
Splendid. Just let me have a little.
Slim Pickens, rodeo champion and Western film veteran, showed up to set thinking he was making a serious Western. Nobody told him it was a parody. Mel Brooks deliberately kept him in the dark because Pickens' sincere, straight-faced delivery made everything funnier. He reacted to every insane moment, the toll booth, the beans, the chaos, like it was high noon. Watch his performance. He never winks, never breaks. In a movie of pure insanity, Slim Pickens was the only one who thought it was real. Fact number 7. The villain named after revenge.
Rape, murder, arson, and rape.
You said rape twice.
Hedley Lamar wasn't just a character. He was Mel Brooks' revenge on every pompous Hollywood executive who'd wronged him. The character was specifically modeled after real studio executives who talked big, stole credit, and forgot their own employees' names. Harvey Korman played him as a preening peacock who thought he was playing chess while everyone else was flipping the board. Every time he screamed, "It's Hedley!" Logically, it was Brooks getting the last laugh on every executive who'd ever dismissed him. Fact number 8. The title. They tried to kill.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jim.
Warner Brothers hated the title, Blazing Saddles. They said it sounded like a porn film. They pushed for Black Bart, or Tex X, or literally anything else. Brooks refused. The title is the joke, he said. It's ridiculous, it's bold, and it tells you exactly what you're getting into. The studio backed down, and the title became iconic. Sometimes the name that makes executives nervous is the one that lives forever. Fact number 9, the explosion. That almost killed everyone.
Always like to keep my audience riveted.
During the toll booth explosion scene, the dynamite went off early. The charge detonated while crew members were still in the danger zone. Debris flew, people dove for cover, and somehow, miraculously, nobody was hurt. Brooks banned all non-essential crew from being near any explosive scenes after that, but he kept the shot. Because in Blazing Saddles, even near-death experiences were comedy gold. Fact number 10. The ending. Nobody understood.
Handsome, is that a 10-gallon hat, or are you just enjoying the show?
The movie's ending, where the characters literally fight their way onto other movie sets, then drive off in a limo, confused everyone. One executive asked Brooks, "Why did they leave the movie?" Brooks stared at him, "Because it's over." The ending wasn't just breaking the fourth wall, it was demolishing the entire theater. Characters riding off into the sunset? No, they're riding off the actual film set. It was Brooks saying, movies are fake, comedy is real, and if you don't get it, you're part of the joke. Fact number 11. Mel Brooks, the triple threat.
Somebody bet on the bay.
Boy,
What?
am I wrong?
Brooks didn't just direct and write, he played 3 different roles. Governor Lepetomani, a Yiddish-speaking Indian chief, and a Hollywood director. He barely rehearsed any of them. He'd show up, throw on a costume, scribble new lines on set, and film. Each character was more insane than the last. The Indian chief speaking Yiddish? That was Brooks literally mocking every Hollywood convention at once. Fact number 12. The musical number from nowhere.
I. Your name?
The film's climax features Dom DeLuise leading a full Broadway chorus line that appears from absolutely nowhere. Studio executives called it insane, disconnected, and pointless. Brooks filmed it anyway. DeLuise improvised most of his lines. The dancers barely rehearsed. It was chaos pretending to be choreography. And it became the perfect ending to a movie that refused to make sense. Fact number 13. The hate mail nobody talks about. While audiences laughed, Cleavon Little was receiving death threats. Real hate mail from people who couldn't separate satire from reality. The movie was supposed to mock racism, but it forced its black lead to face it head on. Brooks said Little handled it with incredible grace, never letting it affect his performance. Every scene where Little delivers those cool, controlled lines, he was carrying that weight. That's not just comedy, that's courage. Fact number 14. Gene Wilder's one condition.
What he said.
Well, now, I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Sheriff. Oh, thank you very much.
When Wilder agreed to replace Gig Young, he had one demand. I'm playing this completely straight. No mugging, no winking, just a broken drunk telling the truth. That choice transformed the film. While chaos exploded around him, Wilder was the calm in the storm. His deadpan delivery made every joke land harder because he wasn't trying to be funny. He was just being real in an unreal world. Fact number 15. The crew that couldn't stop laughing.
It was released, signed by Hedley Lamar himself.
Multiple scenes had to be reshot because the crew couldn't stop laughing. Camera operators ruined takes. Boom operators dropped into frame. The assistant director had to be removed from set because his laughter kept bleeding into the audio. Brooks would yell, "Stop enjoying the movie. We're still making it." That joy is baked into every frame. You can feel it. Blazing Saddles wasn't just funny to watch. It was impossible to film without falling apart. Fact number 16. 0 Oscars from 3 nominations.
Now, what do you say?
3 Oscar nominations, supporting actress, editing, best song, 0 wins. The Academy loved the craft, but couldn't embrace the content. Too dangerous, too raw, too real. Brooks joked, "They didn't give us Oscars, but they gave us something better. People still watching 50 years later." Fact number 17. The sitcom. So bad, it was buried.
Oh, welcome to Hanging House. Not to worry.
After the movie's success, CBS created Black Bart, a sanitized TV version. Same characters, no edge, laugh track, family-friendly jokes. It was so terrible that CBS buried it. They made a handful of episodes to maintain rights, never aired them, and pretended it never existed. Even Brooks refuses to acknowledge it. Some comedy can't be tamed. Fact number 18. The studio that tried to kill it.
A moment, sir.
What is it?
Yes, if you will just sign this, Governor, right here.
Yes. What the hell is it?
Well, under the provision...
When Warner Brothers executives first saw Blazing Saddles, they wanted to destroy every print, not shelve it, destroy it. They thought it would end careers, trigger lawsuits, destroy the studio's reputation. Brooks fought for one test screening, just one. The audience reaction saved the film. From burn it to box office gold in one screening. Fact number 19. I could never make this today.
I got some heavy chores to do.
Will I see you later?
Brooks has said it repeatedly. I could never make Blazing Saddles today. Not the script, not the jokes, not the ending. The world has changed, but he's not bitter. He says the film was lightning in a bottle. It had to exist in 1974 to work. Its purpose was to use comedy as a sledgehammer against racism and hypocrisy. Once that door gets kicked open, you can't kick it open again. Fact number 20. The Horse. With the best trailer.
I'm glad those fingers ain't loaded. Woo.
In a film about destroying Hollywood privilege, guess who had the best accommodations? One of the horses had its own air-conditioned trailer with padding, cooling fans, and a personal handler. Meanwhile, Gene Wilder was changing behind a curtain. He joked that the horse lived better than the human stars. Brooks said, "That horse was a professional. It hit its marks, took direction, and unlike the rest of the cast, never broke character." Bonus fact, the test that saved everything, that test screening that saved the film? For the first 20 minutes, dead silence. Brooks thought he'd destroyed his career. Then came the campfire scene. One laugh, then another, then an explosion. By the end, people were on the floor. They'd never seen anything like it. The studio went from destroy it to how fast can we release this? That's the power of taking risks. Sometimes silence is just the audience catching its breath before the storm. Blazing Saddles didn't just break rules. It proved that rules were meant to be broken. It took every sacred cow of American cinema and served them up medium rare with a side of beans. Mel Brooks created something that shouldn't exist. A comedy that's simultaneously stupid and brilliant, offensive and progressive, chaotic and perfectly crafted. It's a film that punched a horse and won. 50 years later, we're still quoting it, still debating it, still trying to figure out how they got away with it. The answer is simple. They didn't ask permission. If Blazing Saddles taught you something new, or just made you appreciate the insanity all over again, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into cinema's wildest moments. What's your favorite Blazing Saddles moment? The campfire? The toll booth? Or just Hedley Lamar screaming about his name? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, in a world full of rules, sometimes you need to punch through them. Just maybe don't punch an actual horse.